2,000 Borough fans have got to go there and hopefully roar onto a victory. But you know what it is? It's hard to see now. I can't take it at Norwich. I can't stand Norwich. It's that club that just irritates me. Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video now. Review time. Of course, I didn't do a review for the past game, which was the game before Derby. I was a little bit annoyed, to be fair. I think it was Brentford, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like I had like an hour just like alone to get away from everything. But yesterday's game left me with a bit of frustration, I can't lie to you. Derby County away, teams had the bottom three. And this season, of the previous seasons, along with Middlesbrough, don't do things the easy way. And yesterday, but I definitely didn't do that. Coming away from, the iPro Stadium or the Pride Park, whichever one people want to call it as, coming away from there, empty-handed really, and it left me pretty frustrated. I wasn't like boiling over frustration. I was just pretty frustrated with the game because this team, man, like I don't really get our lack of service up front. I do feel like our strikers could do a little bit more. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, maybe I'm not. But looking at our squad, January, we added to the squad. Balassi came in, Cabano came in. Cabano, by the way, yesterday, unbelievable on the wing. People may disagree with me, but I thought he was absolutely class. I thought he was our only bit of creativity yesterday came from him. I was a little bit good with Duncan Watmore yesterday for previous games. Duncan, I'm a big fan of, and I was a big fan of his at Sunderland as well. But since he came to Middlesbrough, he scored them goals. Of course, when I got the contract, 2.5-year deal. Since he got the contract, he's just sort of dropped off a little bit, I kind of feel. And I don't know if that's just me saying that or whatever, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. Maybe his performance will pick up. But yesterday, I didn't think he did a lot. I don't think he really added too much or really, create anything for us, really. I thought everything came from the sort of side from where, Cabano was. So, I thought he was brilliant yesterday. And of course, he obviously got Borough back into the game, obviously scoring the goal. But fortunately for us, Borough couldn't capitalise. I do look at our subs in these games, especially when we were losing, especially yesterday. I think to myself, second half, Derby never scored second half, obviously, but both goals came inside the first half. The first one could have been preventable if people wouldn't pick up the man from a set piece. But I cannot defend set pieces. I'm sick of saying it. I'm sick of watching us try and defend set pieces because we just simply can't do it. Their first goal comes in. Listen, it's a fantastic corner from Wagon, spins it straight to the back post, header back across the penalty area to an open man on your 6-yard box, Gregory. But it's on Malonga's back post. Could have got close. I think there's another man next to Gregory as well. Could have put a bit of pressure on him. Doesn't put no pressure on him. Derby go 1-0 up. About 15 minutes later, good little bit of play again from Derby, but I can't stress enough. Our own little mistakes side of the midfield led to them getting the ball. A loose ball played forward, and I think it was Wagon obviously assisted Kazan Richards. Listen, it's a great strike, and nobody's stopping. He's like a bullet, man. As soon as it leaves his foot, goes straight to the roof of the net. 2-0 to Derby, straight through Bettinelli's fingers. Do we need to see Archer in goal? You can have your opinions. Personally, I was pretty happy keeping Paisley. I don't think he did a bad job, Paisley. When he did leave to go to Blackburn, absolutely gutted, to be fair, because, he had some real potential inside of him. But, listen, it is what it is, He went to Blackburn and, that is what it is. Of course, Borough get their goal. Just from a little bit of play again, Derby sort of misplaced pass. Bowler comes in, sweeps away the ball, puts the ball into the penalty area, takes a few deflections here and there. Of course, Cabano obviously puts it in the bottom corner. Borough 2-1 now, second half. You're looking at yourself at half time and thinking to yourself, right, surely now, right, you go 2 up front, put a bit more pressure on their back line. Try and maybe, get back to the game, try and make it 2-2. We don't do that. Second half, first, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, almost trying to defend Derby's 2-1 lead. Of course, your changes start getting made. The first 2 that get made, I think Chu Blackbomb came on for Sambalonga. It does my head in. It's like for like. I don't think it changes anything. And then Grant Hall came on, of course, got injured at QPR in August. Good to see him return. But not when we're 2-1 down. We don't need to bring another defender on. So Warnock goes 5 at the back, 1 up top. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a little bit more defensive. Now, okay, it's got a little bit of attacking in there if you want it to be, but it's a little bit more defensive. At half-time, personally, I'd probably took off Saville and I brought on Fletcher at Akpom, put him up alongside Britt Sambalonga and have a little bit more service. It wasn't the case. Mendes Lang came on. The guy's built like a tank. All right, he's trying to do a little bit as well. And then, 8 minutes to go. You put on Marvin Johnson and Ashley Fletcher. It's far too late for them sort of changes for me. Players got 8 minutes to try and, do anything inside a game. 2-1 down, You're asking a lot of things from these players. Overall, yesterday was disappointing. These performances at the moment aren't good enough. Brentford wasn't good enough. Derby yesterday wasn't good enough. I'll go back as far as Rotherham United at home wasn't good enough. Preston away wasn't good enough. So, we're kind of letting ourselves down here. And, people might say, Borough's overachieving this season. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot better than last season. But are we overachieving? I'm not too sure. The manager we've got He knows how to get out of this division. You're going to play one up front all the time. I hate it. I can't stand one up front. I just don't see how on earth it works. You've got to have your two strikers at the top end of that pitch, playing off each other, try and create chances. We have one striker at the top of the pitch, being Brits on Bologna, to play out on the wing, then try and just back into the midfield and try and go back up to the top end of the pitch and all that. It just doesn't work for me. You know, you've got to have your two strikers on, you've got to try and get service to them. But either way, you know, it's another defeat. Last win came on the 20th of January, so you know, that's not a very good start to have, is it? So, you know, we go to our next game now, Huddersfield Town on Tuesday night. Of course, there'll be a watch along for it. 6:45 kickoff, so I'll be live about 7:30 on my YouTube channel. And hopefully then, you know, Brighton start turning form around and hopefully try and push up this table a bit more. But, you know, 6 points off the playoffs, down to 8th now. You know, people are already trying to write it off. You know, people are trying to say, no, Borough won't get there. But listen, like, we can only see whatever happens, you know, coming the end of the season. What were your thoughts on the game? Comment down below, let me know. Who's your man of the match? Let me know down below as well. Drop 12 likes on this video, people, and I'll see you next time. Up the Borough.